Dizem as velhas da praia que não voltas. São loucas.
Hi, my name is Rita Carrilho and I'm really excited to be applying to the Northern School of Contemporary Dance. During the improvisation task, I explored different quality of movements such as band, skeleton, Chinese teacup, and even honey. What I learned is that the intention can change how the movement is seen. The same movement can be very different depending the quality behind it. I also found that these qualities can also affect my technique. For example, when I was doing your exercise, I used a lot the band quality, and I felt more elasticity, which helped me take my movement further and use more space. That made the phrases feel more alive, not just technical. The quality that I felt more comfortable is probably the skeleton because I enjoy a lot isolation and sharp structure movements. But on the other hand, the most challenging for me was the honey quality because I believe it could had a lot of interpretations. I could do a really like thick and slow movement, like I'm dancing in a really giant bowl of honey, or could be really soft and smooth. And that's a thing that I try to explore a lot during the exercise of the improvisation. At the beginning, I felt like I needed to go through every quality equally, like a list. And then at the end, I realized I didn't need to have a fixed order, and the changes could be influenced by things like the music. I also found that the qualities could blend together, and that made feel the movements more natural. I really enjoyed learning your phrases. They were very, very clear, and having both the whole phrase together, the whole phrase, and then a step-by-step guidance was really, really helpful. I think that I learned about myself was that for me it's much easier at the beginning to see the whole thing, the whole phrase, because I can get the flow and dynamics, and then after I know the phrase, I would go and see the step by step guidance to see if any detail that I could have missed. And I also found that for me it's much easier to learn by physically trying rather than overthinking the exercise in my head. I'm really interested in studying at the Northern School of Contemporary Dance because of your really strong reputation and also the really high level contemporary dance training. I'm very motivating to continue to develop my technique, but also I want to grow artistically and discover my own movement style. I felt like I've reached a really solid technical foundation, but I want to be challenged and want to be pushed beyond my current limits. I believe a full time training is both physically and mentally hard, really hard, but also very rewarding. It will help me not only grow as a dancer but also as a person by building discipline and resilience. Finally, in terms of support, I believe that feedback is essential for growth. Having teachers and mentors that challenge you and guide you and offer honest correction is really, really, really important. So thank you so much for your time.